All right, hey, this is Paul McMullen with the Running Network, and also Larry Eater with the Running Network. How you doing this morning, Larry?
Good morning. Awake.
Good. We're here for day two, 2008 Olympic trials here in Tracktown, USA, Eugene, Oregon. And we wanted to cover some of the things that happened yesterday. Big story yesterday, Tyson Gay, 100 meters.
He scared me to death. I think he miscalculated the finish of the first round and shut down at about 70, and then he started back up at about 90 meters when people started freaking out. He barely made it. It was frightening. And then he came into the next round, and he blew everybody away. Perfect start, accelerated, and then he started literally jogging at 90 meters and ran 9:77, a new American record.
Wow, unbelievable. Comes in just literally just lighting it up. And I don't even know if he knew how close he was. If he would have, he may have even pushed through the line.
Well, I think the world record's gone in the final. I think it's totally gone. 9:71 I'm predicting right now. So
Larry lays it down. Also had the prediction for the women's 100 meters. Muna Lee, tell us a little bit about that.
Muna, it just looked good, and she's been healthy. She's back with Pat Henry, her coach. She's got the system going again. She's been running with confidence, and each round she looked better. And I had picked her, and then Lauren, and then Allison. Allison ran well, but I'll tell you, Tori Edwards was there, but Muna took that race and controlled it. She ran superbly. We've got a great women's 100 team. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I think all of them are as well. All right, let's talk about the big news yesterday. You know, they say in NASCAR, rubbing is racing. We had a big crash in the second turn in the women's 800. Let's talk about a little bit about that, Larry.
Well, Nicole Teeter should be, an acrobat because she did a virtual belly flop over 4 people, but got up and brilliantly tried to catch up with the crowd. There was a protest filed, and I thought Nicole would be the only one let in. But thinking about it, I think Coach Chaplin let the entire group in. So there's 12 people in a women's final. It's going to be roller derby out there. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I want to make a little bit of a comment on that. You're going to have 12 people in the final. I was able to talk to Nicole Teeter last night over at the Villard Street pub, and gave her just a little bit of advice after I asked her permission if it was okay. And, we really see probably Hazel Clark just taking it off from the get-go. She's seen the collateral damage. If you stay in the pack, she's just going to go out and push it and guarantee herself a spot on the team. And I think the best approach for Nicole Teeter, having that 1,500 meter strength, is to sit in behind her and make a full commitment with every cell in her body to stay as close as she possibly can. She does have the 9th lane open out there, and that's the crowd that's going to really help lift her down the home stretch. Coming down the home stretch, I see 2 people, and this is my own opinion. I'm a little bit biased. Yeah. I got Katie Go Fast Waits, who is from my hometown of Cadillac, and then I also have Morgan Ucini, who showed some real pop right towards the end of her 800 meter. Those are the 2 girls I think that are going to approach down the home stretch, and they have a chance. But Hazel Clark, I think for sure on that team, and probably the winner.
I think you're right. I think the whole lesson of this entire competition is, especially from Amy Yoder-Beglione, is commit. But none of those other girls committed in the 10,000 like Yoder did, and that's really, really key. And in this thing, you've got to put it all to the metal. You got one shot at it. If you're a great kicker, then maybe you can do that. I don't think there's a great group of kickers in this group. And if Nicole, who's had 40 days of training, can get up there and stay there, she's going to make the team. And I'd love to see her do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, talking about big kickers, we have several in the men's 800. That final's coming up Monday night. But we saw the semifinals yesterday, and the biggest of the big kickers is Nick Simons, who is just an exciting person to watch. Kadivas Robinson showed that what a difference a day makes. But what do you see in there, Larry, as far as the men's 800 for the final Monday night?
Well, there was a come to Jesus meeting for Kadivas with his coach and his agent, and they both said, and I'll say it as clean as I can, to pull a certain body part out of another body part. That's why he ran the way he knows. He went out and he led from start to finish. That's what he's got to do to make it. You've got our friend Mr. Weeding, which I'd like to hear you talk about. I think you've got some opinions there. Simmons, I love. He's a great kid. He's learned that he's not James Robinson. He's got to stay closer to the group. But it's going to be 144.5 to make the team. It's going to be a very, very tough final.
144.5, and that will give the whole crowd goosebumps like you wouldn't believe. The other thing that gives me goosebumps is watching a young, very talented, exuberant Andrew Weeding just go out there and allow naivety to be his strength. He has absolutely no clue exactly what's going on out there, but he knows if there's someone close to him, if there's someone ahead of him, he simply has to pass them. And that's a great philosophy to have as a competitor, and especially in 800 meters. I like him 6'5". I like him charging down the home stretch, and he just has that great big O on his chest in an entire stadium watching the underdog, take on the big guys. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's going to be strong down the home stretch. And somewhere he's going to have to find his race in between Simons that stays back late, and then Kedivus Robinson, who's going to take it out.
800 will be amazing. You know what? It's been a boring race for a while. We need some good people in there. This is going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. All right, let's talk about the shot put real quick. Christian Cantwell. We had the big guy Hoffa, or the little big guy Hoffa, and then also the charismatic Nelson. You spotted something that Nelson wasn't able to do yesterday, which was part of his pre-put ritual. What was that?
Well, our friend Adam Nelson is a method actor. He studied acting, and if you noticed before, when he takes his shirt off, he throws it at the back of the ring. What we were told is the USOC suggested he shouldn't throw it at the back of the ring. He had to throw it over to the side of the ring. So Mr. Method Actor would take it off, throw the shirt, do his little focus, and do his thing. He made the team. Christian Cantwell told us that he was worried because his hands were sweating and he wasn't able to get a good grip for a couple of the throws. He did very, very well. Reese and him, they're all good friends, but when they get into the ring, it's all about who's going to do it. And Reese, on his last throw, had the best throw, the second farthest in the world this year, 72.6. We've got a great team. I feel really bad about Dan Taylor, young guy from Ohio, great kid. He's gone over 70 feet. He's an animal. He's got a great future. But we've got the 5 best shot putters in the world. How do you do it? I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. All right, let's talk about the 100 meters today. You've already predicted the record's going to go down. It's a brand new one. It's barely even cooled off. I mean, you got 10:72 by Usain Bolt down there in Jamaica, and Tyson Gay. What do you see?
Well, I'll tell you right now, I think Tyson's trying to give a message. Yesterday, Usain ran 985 and beat a South Paul, who ran 997 down at the Jamaican selection, because it's not a trials. I think Tyson has been training very, very hard under Coach Lance Bauman, and then also he's got John Drummond helping him too. I think he's ready to run 970. We'll see what he does here. Dix is very, very tough. This high school kid, Debs, who broke Houston McTeer's Florida record of 10:16. Then he broke the world junior record, the American high school record, and the American junior record. This kid is phenomenal. He ran 10.01. It's amazing. We're probably going to see 6 people under 10 seconds in the final, and someone's going to run 995 and not make the team. It's that stacked.
Wow, 995 doesn't make the team. Unbelievable.